Ever wonder what retirement really looks like when you're not sitting on $1 million? When the number in your account feels solid but not extravagant? That's exactly what I'm living right now. If you're new here, I retired last year at 59, single, living on my savings for now, and planning to take Social Security at 62. As of October, my 500K plan is still doing exactly what it's supposed to do, covering my expenses, holding steady, and giving me peace of mind. But this month, I'm making a small tweak, something that'll make it even clearer how the plan's holding up on its own. When I first retired, I had my plan all mapped out. The numbers made sense, and I trusted it on paper. But once I started talking about it openly, I realized the story behind the numbers matters just as much as the numbers themselves. And that became even more true when YouTube grew into this unexpected side bonus, something I never planned for, but really appreciate. And as that income started showing up in my totals, a few of you mentioned that it blurred the line between my actual retirement savings and my YouTube earnings. And I agree. My goal has never been to show you how to retire with YouTube income. It's to show you how you can retire on 500K and make it last. So this month, I went back and pulled out every dollar of YouTube income I'd added into my portfolio so far, about $15,000 in total. From here on out, that's how each update will be. My retirement portfolio and my YouTube earnings reported completely separately. The numbers you're about to see now reflect only my retirement savings, completely on their own. Last month, the total reported in my update was $566,478. After subtracting out all my YouTube income, that reduced my actual retirement portfolio to $551,060 for September. That's my original 500K in savings, plus the $90,000 in equity I added after selling my home earlier this year, minus the withdrawals I've taken to live on. That's everything working together. The plan I started with, plus the choices that came after. So how does my portfolio look this month? Nothing major changed this month, but that's exactly what I like to see. Steady, predictable progress. My money market cash reserve is at $30,353. My after-tax brokerage account is at $97,301. My Roth is at $16,054. My IRA is at $401,869. And my HSA sits at $4,134. Add that all up and it totals $549,711. A clear picture of what my retirement looks like on 500K. No YouTube income muddying the retirement waters. Now here's how that breaks down across my 3-bucket system. Bucket 1, cash and safety at 18%. That's roughly 2 years worth of expenses set aside for stability and peace of mind. Bucket 2, income investments, about 52%. That's my dividend funds, CDs, and bond funds, the quiet workhorses that keep money flowing in. This is what lets me pay the bills each month without touching my growth investments. Bucket 3, growth, around 30% of my total portfolio. Those are my stock index and tech funds. Money I won't touch for years, giving it time to grow while I'm busy biking, hiking, painting, or planning my next adventure. Even after covering all my regular expenses in October, my portfolio ended the month holding steady. Nothing dramatic, just steady progress. The kind that shows me the plan is doing exactly what it's meant to do. Once I pulled out those YouTube deposits, I honestly expected to feel a little deflated. I thought, okay, this will make my total look smaller. But instead, it felt good. Kind of like cleaning a window and suddenly being able to see the view again. This is the real number. This is the true measure of how my 500K plan is performing. So what about the YouTube income now? I'm still sharing it every month because transparency matters. And I know a lot of you are curious about how that side of my retirement works too. Since I started a little over a year ago, YouTube has brought in $15,018, with $1,011 of that coming in October. But I don't rely on that money to fund my retirement. It's bonus income. Money I can use for travel, creative projects, or the occasional splurge, like saying yes to an e-bike trip or booking a last-minute getaway to somewhere fun. I think of it as my freedom fund, not something I depend on, just something that gives me more options. I'm curious how others handle it when a little extra money comes in. Do you tuck it away for something practical, save it for something special, or just enjoy it guilt-free? Let me know in the comments. This month is a great reminder that retirement isn't fixed. The plan you start with changes, just like life does. And honestly, that's a good thing. It's not just about the numbers anymore. It's about rhythm, finding that steady pace between spending, saving, and actually living. The plan gives you structure, but life keeps moving, and that's okay. That flexibility, that's what keeps retirement working. Not perfection, just progress and flow. So overall, October felt calm. The markets were steady. My withdrawals were routine, and the plan just kept humming along quietly in the background. There's something so satisfying about watching your strategy do exactly what it's supposed to while you're out living your life. Now, as I head into the end of the year, I'm shifting into one of my favorite little rituals, my annual financial check-in. It's not glamorous, but it's grounding. I take a little time to look at where everything stands, my portfolio, my budget, and even how I'm spending my time. And I think about what I want life to look like next year. It's kind of like hitting the reset button before the new year starts. And it always leaves me feeling calm, centered, and excited for the new year. If you want to do something similar, I'll link my year-end financial guide here. It's where I walk through the exact checklist that I use to get ready for the year ahead. I think it's simple, practical, and it's helped me stay steady no matter what the market's doing. And really, that's the theme of this month. Steady, simple, and clear. My portfolio's a little smaller now that I've pulled out the extra YouTube income, but it shows exactly what I set out to share, that you can retire on a modest amount, live comfortably, and still enjoy life. Because the math matters, but how you feel living it matters even more.